red, Merlots usually.
I'm into Reds, Zinfandels, Merlots, Cabernets, Syrahs.
What are those, Shiraz?
I prefer a rich Burgundy or Merlot.
But usually it's red.
Any red wine except Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir? Pinot Noir?
Or Chardonnay.
Okay.
I like red. It's rich, flavorful. Yeah.
Usually red.
Zinfandel.
Yes.
Whatever the girl's drinking.
I really enjoy the taste, and it also helps me relax after a hard day.
Hard that it's fruity. I like fruit. I like its taste. I like it's like different wines have different flavors associated.
I enjoy the taste. Yeah, I enjoy the taste.
It brings out accents in certain foods. Taste.
It's just sometimes when I'm around people and they're drinking it, I'll have a glass, and it kind of relaxes me a little bit.
I drink wine when I want to relax.
Usually when I just want to relax, like at the end of the day in the evening, I'll sit down to a movie with wine and chocolate or whatever else.
It's just a nice change from, you know, the beer and Jack.
It's tasteful, and yet you can't get drunk or really affected too quickly.
What do I like about wine? Wine is an interesting buzz as opposed to like beer or liquor. Goes well with food. I like drinking wine with food is pretty much.
I'm 21 and I have not yet acquired a taste for wine.
I don't really like the taste of it.
Because I really don't like the taste. I heard it's acquired and I'm not patient enough to drink it, enough to like it.
Okay. There's too many choices and I don't know about them, and it makes me nervous going down the aisle because I don't know which one to get because there's way too many.
Why don't you drink wine?
It's a little too sour.
And I haven't acquired a taste for it yet, and like she said, too many choices.
It's not carbonated. I like carbonated drinks. It's kind of flat. Tastes bitter.
I just don't like it.
I don't know a lot of names of wine. Wine's pretty hard to talk about, like with the French names and crap like that.
Is there's kind of like a pretentiousness that a lot of people pertain to drinking wine, and I really just hate that. And I think it's really annoying. If it's good, drink it.
Like
you have to dress up to drink wine. I don't understand.
I think when people walk into a place where it sells wine, you walk into this huge wine rack, you know, you don't know what you like. When you walk into a beer aisle, you're like, oh, Coors Light, Budweiser, you know, you go for what you want to drink. But wine, you don't really, you kind of have to know something about wine to actually want to go buy wine. You don't want to, it just, when I walk into a wine store or something like that, I just feel stupid walking in because it's like, oh, this one's $5.99, it's cheap, but it could be good, but it probably isn't. So I think you just have to be more, just be more educated on that. The only time I drink wine, I wouldn't drink wine just to drink wine by myself. I drink wine to bring to somebody's house and have other people drink the wine too, so I don't want to bring a crappy wine over and they're like, oh, this is horrible, you're a horrible person for bringing this horrible.
No, I don't ever associate wine with being hip or cool. I associate it with high class, snooty people.
Not really, no. Mostly see like old people or middle-aged people drinking wine, so yeah, you wouldn't really consider it hip or cool.
I don't think hip or cool would describe it. I think that it's more for the elite group of people.
What do you think would make it hip or cool?
If it attracted people in my generation.
They don't reach out to the younger people, which are probably the primary consumers of most alcohol. So I would say that they should advertise. Actually, yeah, they should advertise. I don't think they advertise very much.
I think it's definitely got the image wrong. It's making it seem like a few select people can only be good enough to drink this wine, or people that want to be in that little group will drink it as well, but like that's not the way to go about it. You don't want to be select. If you want people to buy your product, you want it to be for more people.
Right.
Start marketing for like a wider range of people.
Maybe have more commercials with people having fun instead of just like Arbor Mist.
Well, produces ads that associate wine with like having fun,
That would make it cool.
They need to just jazz it up.
Okay. You have a screw top instead of a cork.
Smaller bottles and the tasteful wine should be less expensive.
You know, make the labels, make it not so scary and make it so snooty so people don't understand the words and stuff.
I think just maybe kind of trying to relate more with people and not make it so like for one type of person.
I think if they advertised more and made wine more, kind of seem less of a high class kind of drinking, because it seems like wine is either for winos on the street corners of San Francisco or for like the really richy kind of people. They kind of made it seem more of an average kind of drink. I think more people would drink it.
The wine industry is going to struggle to capture a youth audience until it's cheaper.
Make it cheaper and
lower the cost.
Well, like I said, charging too much for wine and not doing enough marketing.
I don't think they're going for the wrong market. I mean, they're not marketing towards the people that actually drink a lot of alcohol, which is
people
the
our
college
age.
crowds would probably drink a lot of wine if it was deemed cool to do, or that gives you a different buzz than drinking alcohol or beer. It gives you that nice happy feeling.
I think it's more based like towards older people. I think they need like the younger crowds to drink it more, so they need to focus more on getting like the later 20s involved in.
I want to say like relax, like chill out. Let's just, you know, relax and have a glass of wine. Let's not like analyze the crap out of it.
They probably have to do more advertising, target young people, because I see hard alcohol ads in magazines, I see television, there's ads for alcohol, you know, there's beer, the Budweiser frogs, whatever. But there isn't really like a funny ad that reminds me about wine. You know, it's like, hey, you know what, I kind of want to try that.
Change the commercials. The commercials would seem too like a Viagra commercial, if anything. Just kind of like, hey, if it's the right moment, you know, drink wine. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem fun to drink wine. It's
maybe if they marketed it better towards the younger generation, I believe.
focus their marketing strategies to the overall age group from 21 and over, because now I think the wine industry focuses itself to be more of the higher class beverage compared to beer, and maybe just make it more of an everyday available type of drink.
And if you could produce an ad to get people to drink wine, what would it look and sound like?
Well, a lot of beer commercials are towards young people, like our age group.
It's just like, yeah, the way they present it, just make it look fun and entertaining. I don't know. Just like,
You're going to have a good time if you drink wine.
Yeah.
That's what they should say.
And probably just have a bunch of young people sitting around their glasses of wine, look like they're having a good time.
I would probably do something with the younger crowd, because you basically see wine with like more middle-aged people and kind of like being all snooty about it, and just have them doing random things, like them just having like a game night or something that people do on an everyday basis rather than these rare occasions.
Maybe have like 5 or 6 guys around the TV watching football with wine instead of beer.
You know, more of, you know, showing a party with some 20-somethings or something, them, I don't know, playing Pictionary and drinking wine, but you know, like make it a fun times thing rather than just a
maybe a beer commercial. I don't know, with people having fun, and maybe just sort of pushing the fact that it's fruity and that it's made from a fruit. Like when you say wine, I don't think people associate it with
grapes.
With grapes, yeah.
Like really about, like more showing it in a natural environment for like people at a table or something, eating good food and having some wine.
Be more like, like kind of give it a try. It's not what maybe your grandparents would have told you about wine. It's such a big new thing now. There's so many different varieties and flavors, and just give it a try.